Hi everyone, today's video is a day in my life as a working mom. I get up at 6 o'clock. I had already been up for about 45 minutes and I have to get Brooke up for school. I'm here making her lunch and then I'm going to go right to making my bed. While Brooke's getting dressed, I just throw my bed together. That way I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day, and I'm going to get myself all dressed and ready to go. Butters, say hello, it's Friday. Last day of school for the week. I have socks in my room in the drawer. Say Butters. Butters helps us drive Brooke to school every morning. Well, we don't have a lot of time. There's socks in the drawer. Butters. Hey, you want to kiss or something? Why don't you like to be on camera ever? Butter sure does. And now it's 7:47. I never get home this late, except we had quite an eventful morning. Brooke locked us out of the house by accident this morning, so I had to borrow my grandparents' car to get her to school, drive all the way to TJ Maxx, which is about, I don't know, maybe 7 or 10 minutes from my house, to borrow my sister's house keys so we could get back, well, so I could get back in. So usually I would be home by 7:20, so just a little late start today, but that's okay. Since this is part of how I get ready in the mornings and how I start off my days, I figured I'd add it in here. I just sped it up pretty quickly, so I don't think you'll be able to catch a lot of the products I use, so I will write them in the description. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below for me. And there I am taking off my mustache because I am extremely hairy, and I remove it every morning just so everything applies evenly. I use the NYX primer on my eyes, and here I am putting on the Covergirl. I'm not sure the name, but I will put it down below. And it's like medium coverage. I don't wear full coverage during the week. I just throw it on. I don't mind my freckles showing a little bit. I typically have pretty clear skin. It's just I have a lot of pigmentation and freckles, and it doesn't bother me. And I'm just using the Age Rewind as a concealer. I go between that and the Fit Me, and I like both a lot. I use a mix between drugstore and high-end. I love both, so I'm not picky. I'm not somebody who cares. There it is. I use the Maybelline loose powder. Again, another drugstore product that I absolutely recommend and love. It's literally a $6 loose powder that I think people might look over, and it's great. And that was just the L'Oreal powder. I will, like I said, put it all down below. And this is the Park Avenue Princess from Tarte. I absolutely love this. And I ended up with 3 of them because I bought one when they first came out, and then I ended up getting 2 somehow in my Boxy Charm and my Boxy Luxe. So I will be gifting those for Christmas to people because they are amazing palettes, but I never run through a palette. So there's no point. I feel like it's a waste for me to have 3 of them. I'm just combing out my eyebrows. I will go in and make that bronzer a lot less harsh. I do not contour during the week. It's just to bronze up my face. And I use the Kat Von D, that more taupey gray shade for my eyebrows, so it's less harsh. I do absolutely love the Anastasia Dip Brow. But that's more like when I'm going out in the evenings or I'm going out on the weekends. And I'm just going to clean up my brow a little bit with the Fit Me powder. I don't always do this, but I think I had made a mistake, so I just wanted to clean up under my brow. And good enough for me. The Anastasia brow gel in the clear, just to keep my brows in place. My routine really just takes me about 20 minutes. Here I was digging for my new palette from my Boxy Luxe box. The essential palette, and I really like this one. I like that it had a couple neutrals and a couple pops of color, but again, I don't do anything fancy. I was just throwing on a neutral and then a little bit of orange, and there I was getting the rest of that hair off my eyebrow. And that's pretty much what I do, and I put a little white on my lid. I didn't do any wing liner this day, just something super easy and simple. I didn't want to really make it anything fussy. Just a little bit of orange and a little white on the lid. As far as blushes, I only wear this type of color, like a apricot or like a peachy color. I don't really like pinks on me. I feel I look like a clown sometimes. I will use pink once in a while, but most of the time I just wear this type of color. The Wet n Wild is a very cheap alternative. They have a great peach color. But yeah, I absolutely love peach, and I will blend that out a little more. And then I'm just using the CoverX FX highlighter that I got from BoxyCharm. It's a really pretty highlighter. And here I am just sort of blending it out. And then I use the Rocket mascara. I have a ton of different mascaras, but I always feel like this one gives me the best results. It always pokes the heck out of my eyes, and my eyes will water. This thing hurts if you aren't careful, but it makes your eyelashes look absolutely gorgeous. But my gosh, does it hurt. And these are just 2 coats. I did 2 coats on each of my eyes, but I like very spidery big lashes. But boy, will this poke the daylights out of you. This is the only mascara that I use where I only have to use one mascara. Most times I combine mascaras and use 2, but with this one I only need 1 mascara, and I love it, and I highly recommend it. And this is a very tiny Milani lip pencil. They make the best lip pencils, and they're only like 3 something at Walmart, and I believe this is in the color Spice. And then I'm just going to mix Gerard Cosmetics 1995, yeah, you can't see, with Wet n Wild Bare It All. These are 2 of my favorite lipsticks to pair together. And that's my quick get ready. This is usually what I do daily. Sometimes the palettes change up. Sometimes I'll put a little something in my inner corner. A lot of times I wear winged liner, but I just didn't want to this day. I was probably in a hurry, and I was putting my nose ring back in, and there you go. Okay, I just wanted to show you real quick what I am wearing. I just set my mirror up so there was a little bit better lighting. I just curled my hair real quick. I put on these used to be a tunic, so they came down a little further from Walmart. They're just the flannel tunics. I'll get a little closer. It's just a pretty blue, but they shrunk a little. I have a red one too, but they shrunk a little. I got them a couple years ago, but anything like this you can find at Walmart, and I believe it was only like $14, and it's really soft and just comfortable, and it's perfect for fall. Today is really windy, and finally in that fall weather. I just gave my hair a quick curl. Simple makeup. I just showed you. I'll write everything below what I used because I have a little clip of me putting my makeup on, and just same curls as always. Yeah, this is the top, and then my jeans are just ripped jeans. These are a size 16, and I got these from Target. Target jeans fit me really well. I don't know why, but these are only a 16. Target jeans fit me well. These are size 16, and I believe they were under 20 bucks. I have 2 pairs because I like them that much, and then I just have my booties on. I'm just running to work for a couple hours. I only have to be there for like 2 or 3 hours. It's Friday, so we'll only be out for a little bit. Just my black booties, and of course I'm just going to use my bag that I got, and then these cute little heart sunglasses. I'll show you what they look like on. They're really cute. So I got them these are from TJ Maxx, and I got these for $9.99, and I just have my usual studs in and my wedding ring. Nothing crazy. It's the first cool day. This is what I'm wearing just to go out and run around. We're going to the library today. I doubt he'll let me put them on camera. I'm still trying to convince him to let me just show you. I'm like, there's people out there that would love to see you, but it's just hard for him. So I will be back home around noon, and I will get my house clean, and I will see you then. Okay, I am now home, and it is 12:10, and I'm going to make myself something to eat for lunch. I'll show you what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to have a turkey sandwich or if I'm going to have egg salad. I'm not sure. And after that, I'm going to start cleaning up, and I don't pick Brooke up till I leave here at like 10 after 2. She's done at 2:18. And then my husband gets home at 4. I don't have to really make any dinner today because we have leftover chili from yesterday. So I'm going to finish the afternoon by cleaning up, getting Brooke home from school. And then I guess when my husband gets home, you know, he and I chat for a little bit, and then I will get started on heating up dinner. I might take Butters for a walk today because it is so beautiful, but I will show you what I'm having for lunch. Here I am making an egg salad sandwich. I had made this a couple days ago, so I had lunch for a few days throughout the week. If I don't make it ahead of time, I probably wouldn't even eat a lunch, and then what happens is I like to snack at night, which is something I'm trying to avoid. So I'm trying to eat a couple meals throughout the day so I don't get hungry at night, because that's my big vice. I like to snack at nighttime and I don't eat a lot during the day, and then I eat too much at night. So that's what I'm trying to do by keeping meals in the house for me that I can make quick and easy, like an egg salad sandwich. And this will keep me full because it is pretty a heavy sandwich. I'm not sure why the living room is a dumping ground for everyone in the family, but I guess every house is the same. So I just get my blankets folded and get dog toys picked up and just make my living room clean so that's the nice, the first thing someone sees when they come in, it's nice and clean. And it makes me feel better throughout the day. So I just get everything picked up, vacuum, just your regular everyday chores, and this is what I do daily just so my living room stays clean, because for whatever reason when they come home from work and school, everything gets thrown here in the living room. That's me dragging out our dirty laundry to get a load of laundry started today, and I'm going to start vacuuming. I've always had a small allergy to cats, but when we found her, we loved her so much. We just tried to keep everything super clean so I don't get sick from her. Plus, I take an allergy pill at night. So what I do is every day I just vacuum as much as I can to keep any cat dander off the carpets and furniture. That way I don't get sick and we can just, keep a safe home for everybody and enjoy our cat. And that was the Tart Warmer's light bulb. I guess mine had blown, and it's from Sensationals. So like I was saying, I vac every day and just keep all the cat dander off as much as I can. That way I can enjoy her too. Hi everyone, just before I get my kitchen picked up, today is the video I'm doing today is like a day in my life. I'm sure not many people wonder, but maybe some do, how I have so much time on my hands, like how I have so much time during the day. Well, for what I do for a living, I didn't work for many years till Brooke was, actually I've only been working for about 4 years. Brooke was born in 2006. My husband is a welder, so he makes enough money that I could stay home for a couple of years where there was no problems. But as Brooke got older, I was sort of bored and miserable. And of course, everybody can use a little more financial help, and I felt bad putting the burden on him. I said to him, let me look into getting some type of job. Brooke's old enough now where she's okay. She's in school all day. I'm not needed as much at home. And I was like, what if I thought about getting a part-time job? And it just so happened, by the grace of God, it's the only thing I can think of, I put an application in with DDD, which is Department of Developmental and Disability. They were looking for what they call direct support persons. Now, I don't know what the difference between that is and an aide, except I am not in a school. I am with adults, and we are called their support person. So we don't do any type of academics, obviously. We just take them around. Our end goal is to have them be more productive in society, have the community know who they are, and eventually be able to get a job. And if they can't get a job, obviously it's something they understand. Well, what happens is I have someone called a support coordinator. They'll come down they come down every couple months, but once a year we sit down and they allocate mine and Donald's budget, how much I get paid, how much goes towards activities that he can do, like swimming and joining a gym, acting classes. He started music therapy, acting classes, and it's all people that work with handicapped people. He has autism. He was diagnosed very, very young, 3, I believe. He was a normal child. Well, I don't want to say normal. He was all of a sudden at the age of 3, he became where he wouldn't speak or eat. He became different than what he was, should I say. Because I don't like offending anybody, because any person that has to raise a child with any type of handicap, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, anything, I just highly, highly regard them as just wonderful people. Well, he lives with his grandmother right now and his grandfather. So I pick him up in the morning. I am allocated, like I said, the budget. So the amount of money is set. So whatever it is, and then it's whatever I'm paid, and then whatever's left goes to whatever he wants to do as far as activities. I work 25 hours a week. I get anywhere between 4 to 3 hours a day, depends on what he can do. Sometimes he can't do, like if he's having a bad day, sometimes he can't do that many hours, and sometimes I just sit at the house with him and we'll play a game. You know, it's up to us what we decide. We set a schedule, and that's what we do. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below. I know some about autism. He's the only person I've worked with, thank goodness. I've been blessed to stay with him this whole time. And hopefully as long as his budget or his insurance pays for it, I don't ever have to leave him. I built like a major rapport with him and his family, so it's sort of special to me. It would be devastating to leave. But for right now, this is what I'm doing, and I'm happy with it. And working only the 25 hours gives me enough time to get my home taken care of, still be able to pick up my daughter and take her to school. Some days I don't get home till 1, if that's like one of our 4-hour days. If I can get him to leave at 8:30, we do, or 8 o'clock. But most days it's like 9 to 1, or it will be like 8 to 12. It just depends on what he can do that day. We usually do like the library, all kinds of stuff. I don't know a lot about autism. I'm learning every day, and I feel like you could never stop learning. So I just thought I would share that so you knew a little more about me. My husband works insane hours as a welder. He is a project manager at his company. He's been there for almost 10 years. So we're very, very fortunate, especially where we live, to both have such decent jobs. I mean, we're fortunate to have the jobs we do and to be able to support our family. I wanted to share that's why I have so much time in the afternoons to sort of get my house done. If you have any questions about, you know, the Department of Developmental Disability, I don't know a lot, but I can tell you my experience with it and getting hired. I mean, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I don't mind answering what I can. I hope, my dream would be to get Donald on camera. He's really funny. You would like him. He's this great big guy. He's humongous. He's like 6 foot, and he's not fat, but he's like chubby, and he's when he has the ability to talk to me, we have really fun conversations, especially because we both love Disney and we both love cartoons, and you know, I try to always relate to him, even if it's not something I like. I try to know about it just so, you know, he feels included. And we're doing something really exciting here in the future. We are going to be doing the Halloween parade, so I'm excited for that. So I'm gonna just get all this cleaned up, but the Halloween parade is going to be really fun this year. I did it with him the last 2 years. So like instead of meeting that morning, I'll pick him up in the evenings and we will get in line for the parade, and that's what we do. You know, sometimes I work more than 25 hours, but I'm very, very close to his grandparents, and they're much older. His grandfather just beat prostate cancer, and that was like, yay, thank gosh. He's 76 and his grandmother's 73, and try to help them. We don't live that far away from each other, so what's the harm, you know what I mean? My family doesn't mind, and we would be going to the Halloween parade anyway, except that Mom's in the parade, so they don't really mind it. Sometimes they do it with me. So, you know, we just try to help each other out as best as possible, because I couldn't imagine being, you know, a senior citizen and raising my grandchildren. It must be very difficult. So whatever I can do to help them, you know, within reason, I do. Night, night time for the boy. It's a night, night time for the baby. Night, night time for my boy. Him thinks him's a little baby. Whoop. Say hi, handsome. Say hi, I'm handsome. Here I am just getting one load of laundry done for today. I didn't have a lot of dirty clothes because after we got home from North Carolina, we had so much laundry. So this week I was fortunate enough not to have too much stuff. So I'm just putting in one load of laundry, and that's all I had to do this day, so that made me happy. I always like to stay active with Butters, whether it's taking him for a long walk or just playing fetch in the backyard. It keeps me active and him active, and he's still quite young, so it just gives him something to do for a little bit. He's a good boy and he likes to play fetch, so I thought I'd just show you a couple clips of him running after the ball and how cute he is, and I really hope you enjoy watching him. I never would have included this clip of him lifting his leg to go to the bathroom, but he has never done this. This is a new thing for him. He's a year and a half old, and he just started lifting his leg to pee. Is that the funniest thing? I have no idea why he does it now. This is what we had for dinner. It was leftover chili from the night before. I will have a recipe up on my channel soon. It's such an easy and fast chili. We like ours quite thick, and it's almost like a chili mac. I just wanted to show you what this makeup looked like after having it on for many hours. I put it on at like 7:45 and it was around 8 o'clock. I usually shower around 7, but we were out this day getting Brooke a charger for her phone. So here I am just using, I believe they're like a knockoff of the Simple wipes from Walmart. And I find like they're pretty good as long as I store them upside down. They remain pretty wet, but they're so inexpensive I don't mind. And I know it looks like I'm tugging, but I'm just trying to be as gentle as possible, and I'm taking a little witch hazel to get the remainder of my makeup off and to sort of tighten any pores and tone my face. I love witch hazel except for the smell. And I got this witch hazel from Walmart for like $1.49, really inexpensive. I always wash my face in the shower, and what I use is the Clean Bee from Pharmacy, or I switched out with the unscented Dove soap. I've been using it since I was a teenager, and I've never had any trouble with it, and I truly love it. But on days where I wear heavy makeup, I use the Clean Bee from Pharmacy. And here I'm pinning on my hair because I like to shower in the evening. So right after the shower, I put the Glow Recipe Pineapple Brightening Serum. It is so good. It has definitely brightened up my skin. I notice in the morning that I wake up and my skin definitely looks like it's glowing from within, but definitely not greasy, just a brightening effect for sure. And I bring it down my neck just to help with any aging. And then I use Dr. Brant's sleep mask, and I do love this, and I switch between this and the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream because I don't like to use a sleeping mask every night because my skin's pretty normal. I'm not too dry or oily, but I use both of these, and I love the way it makes my skin look in the morning. It actually looks more plump and youthful. So I highly recommend both of these. For whatever reason, I included me plopping my nose ring back in. It's obnoxious, I know, but it's part of my nighttime routine, and this is everything I do throughout my day. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't, and I hope you enjoyed.